Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with another exciting, delighting and much interesting video here on the channel. Well, this topic is actually not a really interesting one because the depression in Nigeria is getting too much, and the oppression in Nigeria is getting too much. Now court orders and court orders or law are now like a very common thing. Peter Obi lamented recently concerning how the brother company was demolished and how the brother himself was not even allowed into the compound to take his belongings from that particular building. You could see the video here. He was at the demolition site where he did an inspection and saw that chairs, everything were still there, and the brother wasn't even allowed to enter the premises to get any of his belongings, and everything inside their company was entirely demolished. Let's take a look at the video. Right after that, we'll analyze the speech from Mr. Peter Obi.
Well, good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah? Okay, sir. Thank you. Just go.
Just yesterday, just on Sunday, I came back from the US, and my younger brother told me that the agency wants to see me, and I saw him yesterday on my way to Abuja. He said to me that the land, the company land, Nest Food Limited, the land they own for over 10 years, probably over 15 years, belonging to them, that some people just jumped into it and said they're the owner, that they have got injunction, and that they're about to start demolishing it. I said, okay, we'll go to court. That they won't demolish it without having proper documentation on everything. But yesterday evening, he called me, said they've removed the roof. They brought 3 tractors, 2,000, they're demolishing everywhere as fast as they can. And I said, no, I'll leave Abuja this morning. Let me go there personally. He said all effort for them to enter there, they will refuse even enter. And they've chased out the people who are living there. So there's nothing they can do. That's how I came from Abuja. We first flight this morning from Abuja, drove to this place, asked the people who authorized it to demolish. They said I've got injunction that the owner gave them. I said, who is the owner? They said they don't know the owner. He just gave them this. I said, who is the owner? They said they don't know the owner. Can I see the court injunction and see who the owner is, the person who is now claiming his shield? They gave me the court injunction. The court injunction especially said unknown person. How can you sue an unknown person? I said the land belongs to you. A land with property. And within yesterday and today, it's demolishing property. Look at it. They've removed the roof, they removed everything. Okay, give me your proper documentation, demolition orders, because even if you want to demolish the house, you go to the state, they give you order to demolish, give you appropriate documentation, bring safety people and them, so that we know we're doing what is now. It's only while I'm here now that some people came and said they have safety order. What kind of a country is this? How do you descend to this level of rascality? How can you show a non person enter somebody's land and everything? I've been here for 4 hours. I've not seen one person who comes and say, I'm the owner. 3 people or 2 or 3 people have appeared. Are you the owner? No, I'm not. But I'm acting on behalf. I said, so who is the owner? No name. They've not called the name. I said, but you know my name. I'm Peter Obi. I want to know the next person, so I can even approach him and say, please, this land belongs to a company that my brother is the majority shareholder. The country can't go on like this. We're looking for foreign investors. We're looking for investors. But look at how local investors are being treated. Is that how a country can thrive? This level of lawlessness, this level of rascality.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Things that are here. You can see things that are here. Nobody could remove anything. Is that how I come to work? They just came suddenly, started demolition. You know, if my brother didn't have a brother like me, they would. He wanted to enter here. They say no, you can't enter. We have court injunction. What about court injunction that allows somebody to enter into another person's property? They sue him for removing his things and everything and demolishing everywhere. What about court injunction is that? We are finished with the country.
So on his X page, he posted and he said, any society where lawlessness override the rule of law is not destined to be haven for investors. Recent reports showing that Nigerian human rights indicator have worsened merely highlight severe shortfalls in government protection for civil liberty, personal security, and basic living standard. I know what I have been going through as a person in abuse of my human rights just because I contested a presidential election, which I have legitimate right to do so. So I imagine what small business owners, regular citizens, and vulnerable community faces every day. If this level of lawlessness can happen to someone with a registered company and legitimate means, what hope does the ordinary Nigerian have? This morning, my youngest brother called me frantically, informing me that a group of people had invaded his company property in Ikeja, Lagos, and were demolishing the building. He had just come in from Port Harcourt and was denied entering to the property by security men who told him the building was being pulled down. They even informed him that this demolition had started over the weekend. As a peace-loving Nigeria, he quickly started processing to go to court, immediately not knowing what must have resulted in this. As they move fast to destroy his home without any restraint, I rushed to Lagos from Abuja after the call this morning and headed straight to the property. On arrival, I was met by security people who tried to bar me from entering the property. I humbly pleaded with them that the property belonged to my brother's company, and from the records, the company had owned the property for over a decade. They told me they had a court judgment and I immediately requested it. You would not believe that the court judgment they claim was issued against an unknown person and scattered. I went to further ask about a demolition order or permit and there was none. How do you sue an unknown person? How does a court issue a judgment in such a fierce of case? No one was served, no name was written, yet they showed up with excavators and began destroying a structure that had stood for over 15 years. I immediately asked the excavators for the person who had sent them, and they said they did not know anyone, but they were only informed to come and demolish the house. I immediately told them to tell whoever it is that I would like to speak with them if they can call my number, which I shared with the excavators, so that I can speak with whomever gave them the order to demolish the property. I stood there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. waiting to get a call at least, and nobody called or came. The contractor even said that he did not know who sent him. 2 men later came and they said they would like us to go to police station. I asked if they even had a demolition order, but they had nothing. The whole situation screamed of coordinated lawlessness and impunity. Our country has become lawless. I just started reminiscing about how just over the weekend I had a meeting with someone who told me how he has investment in Ghana, Senegal, and Benin Republic, but would not touch Nigeria despite his market being here. I asked him why. His answer was piercing. Nigeria is a lawless country. Until we have laws that protect people, nobody will invest in Nigeria. I am just shocked. How did Nigeria get to this level of lawlessness? What kind of country are we trying to build when the rights of citizens, their lives, their properties, and their voice are trampled upon daily? I remain committed to a better Nigeria, where lawlessness will be a thing of the past. Protection of life and property, respect for human rights, care for the less privileged, and basic education for all children. A new Nigeria is possible. P.O. That's Peter Obi. I must honestly say that this is bad. This is bad. How do you know the name of the person you want to go and demolish when there is no name written on the court order? The person's name is not written there, and you claim that it was served, and you go ahead to demolish the property. Well, it is well. Nigeria, whatever that is happening in this country, one day we'll see to it. And to Mr. Peter Obi, please, this should not, I know you might not see this video, but this should not discourage you. One day, all of this will go away, and a new Nigeria, just as you always say, will be possible. Thank you for watching, guys.